I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. And how about you?
I'm also doing good. So, how has your day been so far?
It's going usually, ma'am. Nothing happening, nothing special. Yes, I was eagerly waiting for this session, I would say.
Okay, so that's nice to hear. So, is it your very first session with me, Neha?
Yes, this is
Okay,
the very
and
first
how
session.
right? And how many sessions have you been with English Yari so far?
I think now it like sessions would be 25 plus. I think so.
Okay, okay. So,
Yes.
how's your journey going so far?
I can say that it's going amazingly well. It was a
Mm-hmm.
time during my sessions or before my session, I was usually on pins and needles, but now I can see grooming myself confidently. And credit goes to Team English Yari, all my tutors. So thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much for
Yes.
that, then, Neha. Right. And since you've attended a lot of sessions with us now, so you know how it goes, right? But then before
Yes.
that, I do want to know a bit about you, like where are you from and what do you currently do? So a bit about your intro there.
Sure, ma'am. Sure. So, my name is Neha Rana. I hail from Himachal Pradesh, but presently I stay in Mohali, that is in Punjab. I've been working as a homemaker for 14 years now. Homemaker by profession and a teacher by heart. I love teaching. I would say teaching is my passion. So, I take online tuition classes where I
Mm-hmm.
deal with the younger ones. And yes, I am an English enthusiast. I want to hone my communication skills. Apart from honing my communication skills, first of all, I want to be comfortable with this language because it's a foreign language for us. And I'm a Hindi medium student. I belong to a small village in Himachal, so I have come a long way, and I know there is still a long way to go. So
Mm-hmm.
all I want to be comfortable with this language. That is the reason I am exploring myself and taking these type of sessions, ma'am. That's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
all about myself.
That's nice. That's nice, and that's really nice to hear about you as well, Neha. So we surely are going to help you out, and we've been helping you out so far with owning up your English communication skills there. And since I'm meeting with you for the very first time, so let me tell something about myself as well.
Yes.
I'm Sadra, and I'm from New Delhi, Neha. If I have to tell you
Okay.
about my background a bit, I hold my master's in English literature, and it's been 10 years now that I'm in this teaching domain. It's been a decade. So initially, I started with kids, grooming up their public speaking skills and their communication, and now since last 7 years, I'm working as a communication and soft skills trainer. So
Oh,
that is where I really love working on the communication and the non-verbal ethics of the people. So that's about me. And now let's just go
wow.
forward with the session, Neha. So, what is the topic that we're going to discuss today? Have you been through it?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I've already discussed this topic with another tutor.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I had never been to any hostel. I always say it hospital because I studied. Uh, like I never stayed apart from my family. Yes, for the first time when I pursued my B.Ed, that was the time when I had this experience to stay away from home. So I have discussed it with the tutor Shilpa also.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have any specific questions regarding this topic, you can ask. Or
Oh, okay, okay. So, if in case
yes,
you've already discussed about this, I would like to go forward with some generic conversations then, right?
yes, ma'am.
So,
Right.
you mind discussing about the social topics, or do you want to discuss something else, Neha? Discuss a bit about youngsters and their educational patterns today,
Yes,
right? So, like, do you have kids, Neha?
yes, ma'am. I have only son, and he's studying in ninth standard.
Okay, okay. So you've come a long way from your motherhood. So how has
Yes.
this motherhood been treating you so far?
Oh, I would say my journey of motherhood is kind of roller coaster
Mhm.
because it wasn't a smooth ride for me. But I loved each and every like phase of my motherhood, and still I'm enjoying. I think this is motherhood is an emotion or is a feeling that is beyond any expression. We can only feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm going to be quite emotional while discussing this topic, because when my son was 8 months, he had some severe health issues. So that's why I told you that it was kind of roller coaster for me. But yes,
Mm-hmm.
now he is, by God's grace, he's fit and fine. Like, he's as fit as a fiddle, I would say. So yes, I just enjoyed each phase of my motherhood, ma'am.
Okay, okay, right. And like, if I have to talk about your son, how is he?
Mm.
Like, is he a person who is a shy kid, or is he a person who is outspoken, outgoing, loves adventures? What is he all about? I do want
Oh.
to know a bit about that part as well.
Yes, I'd love to answer this question because I'm always curious to tell about my son. He is, I won't say that he's an introvert. He's affable, but yes, he initially he takes some time to get familiar with people. But once he is familiar, then he's good to go. He's easygoing, I would say. He is very kind and sensible, and he has that inquisitive mind, always full of questions. Why this, how come this, and kind of he always comes to me with his curiosity and his questions. So to keep myself updated and updated all the time, because I never want him to be with confusions. And he is good at his studies. I won't say that he is an exceptional child. Yes, he is uh, excellent, I would say. But you know what, as a mother, I always, my expectations are always high from him. But he grasps concepts easily. God bless you. Yes, and he is he's into social studies, in specifically history. He just loves exploring history. I think credit goes to her teacher, who has just taught him history so well. And nowadays he follows Digraj sir, who is quite famous tutor on YouTube. No, so he's for me, he's my superstar, man. I just love him
Okay.
to the moon and back.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes.
Right. And any of the incident that you remember with your son, like so far? I'd really like to love to know the name of your son. Of course, we are discussing
Yes.
about him without knowing the name of the person.
Yes.
So, is there
Uh,
any incident that you remember with him that is something which is you're going to cherish for the lifetime now?
okay. So there are, yes, his name is Suryansh.
Suryansh. Nice name.
Suryansh, yes, right. So there are so many memories to with my son to cherish. But yes, recently I would like to share with you. Recently, he participated in his play. It was organized by his school, and like some team. I don't know the name of the team, but yes,
Mm-hmm.
the name of the play was Oliver Twist, and he played the role of Oliver. So when he was preparing, he was going through all the rehearsals. I wasn't much conscious about his rehearsals or the practice, all the practice like going on. I used to tell him every time that you do not need to ignore your studies. I know you are participating in this play, but you know what? I always want to be up to date with your studies. So don't forget that you have to study, because he doesn't take any tuition classes. He studies on his own. So then the day came when it was a final performance, and we were invited to Tagore Theatre, that is in Chandigarh. So when I went, I was very normal, kind of like, okay, there would be a play and we are going to watch it as a normal audience, and that is it. But when I sat there, the scenario or the aura that was there during performance, then I started feeling that jittery feeling, I would say. And when finally the program started, the play started, and my son entered, and I'm telling you, ma'am, it was like I was sweating bullets, because he was pretty confident and I was nervous. There was so many thoughts. What if he forgot his lines, kind of stuff. But he he performed so well. I got so many compliments. People just they were coming to me. They were appreciating Suryan's performance because it was all about his expressions. So I can feel goosebumps while sharing my this incident. So yes, I am really proud mom, because I can't forget that moment. I wasn't aware that it is going to be that on that level. I took it. I don't take it. I didn't take it seriously. But
All
yes, when
right.
I felt that, then I came to know that it was not a usual kind of performance. It was something else, and I just loved to be part of that performance, and I'm proud of my son, ma'am. So that is it.
Okay. Right. So that's nice. That's nice knowing a lot about Suryansh and
Yes.
a lot about your motherhood as well, Neha. So before
Yes.
I go forward, I would like to give a couple of advice or I can say a feedback to you. So would you mind
Yes.
taking one?
No, I am ready to have your feedbacks like as compliment, because that is the reason I'm here, ma'am.
Right, right. So that is something which is I'm expecting from all of my students and candidates here. So one very good and a positive point about you, Neha, is that your body language is pretty normal. Okay, it's like you look very confident with your facial expressions and you use your hand movements and gestures very spontaneously in your conversations. So that's super. Okay. One thing that I really want you to take care is that you are in a habit of using a lot of fillers in your conversations,
Yes.
right? And do you know the reason for that? Like, why do you use these filler sounds? Do you have any idea?
Um, don't know, but maybe just trying to fill in the gap, or that is it.
Right. See,
Because
one of the major reason is that when we're not comfortable with the content,
yes,
we tend to use filler sounds. That is
right.
something which everybody of us do. Another major reason is that we are not comfortable with our speed when we are speaking,
Yes.
right? At this point of time, what I feel, Neha, is that you are confident with your answers. Superbly,
Mhm.
you are giving me explanations for your entire experience so far. But then I feel that you're very fast.
Okay.
And because you're very
Right.
fast, you're not giving enough time to your mind to think. Comfortable pace. Right.
Okay.
Trust me,
Right.
once you'll go with this particular pace, you yourself will feel that I'm constructing some very good sentences for myself. Neha.
Right.
Although you're
Definitely.
doing it at present, but then this is something which I generally want you to work upon because this is somewhere down the line which is making you look a little hesitant towards English
Hesitant.
as of now,
Right.
right? So that is
Yes.
where I feel. And
Hmm.
one thing that I would want to tell you is that if you, what I feel is that if you're prepared with anything, I
Uh-huh.
think you'll be performing very well there. But then if something spontaneous is given to you, some impromptu is being asked to you, that is where you struggle constructing your sentences. Because
Yes, ma'am. But yes, I would like to tell you, whenever I have these kind of sessions, doesn't matter I have prepared or not. When I'm sitting here, no, so it happens with me. Maybe I become conscious, and yes, speak in a fast pace. This is my problem. So I am working on this. But the
mhm.
thing is, it's my habit, ma'am. In daily life, also when it comes to Hindi, I think I speak little faster. So I need to work on this. So whenever I am speaking, I need to be a little bit slow.
So herein we're
Yeah.
going to have one quick activity, Neha. Okay,
Okay.
that is where I want you to give me certain words which is related to motherhood and which is related to the entire journey of motherhood. I would want you to give me 7 to 8 words, and then we'll go forward with the exercise. So I'll just drop those words in the chat box, whichever word you're saying. So you can tell me the
Okay.
words there. So one is motherhood, of course. This is
Yes.
one word, and the words related to motherhood.
Blessed.
Blessed. Okay.
Then affection.
Okay.
Overprotective. Affection. Have I
You have
mentioned
already.
it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I'll go with one phrase, to the moon and back.
Okay.
Hmm?
Okay. Right.
Unconditional love. Unconditional love.
Unconditional. Okay.
Love. One more.
Poster.
roller coaster, and I would say the last pillar of strength. Oh, pillar of
Okay,
strength.
so that's a phrase that you would want to use. Okay,
Done or more?
pillar of strength. Okay, so what you have to do is that now you have to use all these words and you have to explain me your journey of motherhood.
Okay, pillar of
So
strength. Fine.
these words should be used in such a manner that they connect with each other, and your journey is also described in a very beautiful manner. Beautiful. I'll just give you this word also. It's a beautiful. Before starting, I would like to tell you this, that this is something which is you, right? This is very
Yes.
basic. You're
Right.
describing your journey. So be
Yes.
confident when you're talking about it. It's not a
Yes.
test, right? Yeah.
Hmm. Exactly. But the thing is, no, because I'm struggling with this language, so I don't think so. I'll be able to express myself
You'll be
with
able to
that
do it.
potential.
You'll be able to do it,
Okay.
Neha, I'm sure.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Okay. So on 24th February 2010, I was blessed with a adorable son, and that was the day when the when my beautiful journey of motherhood started.
Mhm.
And whenever I think of this journey, I get always emotional, and because my journey is a kind of roller coaster. It is full of different type of emotional moments. I can see myself emotionally connected with my son. There is an unbreakable bond between my son and I, and I'm pretty sure about that. Most of the time, people used to say that their parents or their mothers are their pillar of strength, but I would like to mention here that my son is my pillar of strength. And
Nice.
yes, he loves me unconditionally, and I know that my affection is beyond any expression for him. I love Suryansh to the moon and back, and I know most of the time I'm overprotective for him. But the thing is, I always want him to be stronger and too efficient enough to face all the difficulties in his life. I want him to grow as a good human being first, and that is it. That is it. I just love him beyond any other expression, ma'am. That is
Okay,
it.
okay. So that's superbly done, of course. Neha, you
Thank you so much.
utilized all the words very beautifully there. But then, yes, of course, there are certain phrases and sentences that did not came out to be in the correct place. So when we speak, and because it is very spontaneous, these kind of errors do happen. Okay,
Mhm.
and also your facial expression, like you were looking nervous during your entire conversation, because it is something which is your journey. It should have reflected on your face as well, Neha.
Okay.
Okay, now this is something which is called non-verbal communication, right?
Yes.
Because when you talk, this is very very important that you have to be very expressive with your facial expressions and with your hand movements as well, along with your
Mm.
words. So this is what I felt was missing here, but then superbly converted the entire journey with these words, and you superbly explained me all the points there, so that went off really really well. And one very
Thank you,
good
ma'am.
part of you is that you are in a habit of using some very good phrases and idioms in your conversation. So that is something which is always a cherry on top. So that adds on to your conversational skills. Okay. But then throughout the entire conversation and the entire session that we've had today, the only thing that I felt that you should strongly start working on is your pace.
Okay.
I really want you to work on your pace and your voice modulation, which is certainly going to improve your communication skills going forward as well.
Definitely. Definitely, ma'am.
Right? So, do
Right.
you want to say anything before we wrap up the session here, Neha?
It was wonderful session, and I love to be part of this session, and I'm definitely going to trouble you again.
Sure, 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 not a problem.
Okay. Yes, because pulling me out of my comfort zone, and that's
Mhm.
what I need.
Right.
So that it was something different that I did here, because usually we just discuss the given topic, and that is it. Most of the time we are already done with or prepare. We have some preparations with the topic, but this activity was something different, and I just loved it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course, we certainly are here to pull you out of your comfort zone because that is
Yes.
going to make you even more stronger with the language there, right?
Yes.
And I can see a lot of potential here, and I can see that you can do it certainly really well in going forward in the sessions as well
Thank you so
there, right?
much, ma'am. Thank
So I'll be seeing you in the next session as well,
you.
Neha. Till then,
Definitely, definitely.
yeah, do speak and do practice, right?
Right,
This
ma'am.
is something which
Yes.
is going to make you really comfortable with the language.
Okay.